Turn my phone. I just almost hit myself in the face. I'm gonna turn my phone down.
This video is going to be my first impressions of these products. Honestly, I was super excited to use this Josie Maran Illuminator. I was going to try to use it off camera to figure out how to put it on so I wouldn't look like a hot mess, but in reality, I'm learning makeup just like many of you are, and so it wouldn't be very like upfront of me to figure out how to do it off camera and then come on and show you. You know, if you're probably sitting at your table, you're going through makeup and thinking,
I don't know what to do here. Well, I'm like that too.
We're in the same boat. So I'm here, and if I'm gonna look crazy doing this, then I'm just gonna look crazy and we'll figure it out together. I'm not gonna be putting a whole lot of makeup on, but I do want something on my face because we're gonna have company a little later and I just don't want to look scary. So first I used the Peppermint Moisture Rich Balm. It smells just like peppermint. It goes on really easy. It feels good, and I haven't had a problem.
Actually, I went and I brushed my teeth with this on and it didn't come off, so it's pretty good so far.
I am gonna brighten up underneath my eyes, and I was gonna use this makeup, I'm gonna call it a makeup sponge, because there is a difference between a makeup sponge, a beauty blender, and then a Real Techniques sponge. This sponge is from Real Techniques. When you squeeze it, it's as though you can just press everything out of this, like press all of the air out of this sponge. It's very soft. It's malleable. It's a really nice feel when you, because with sponges you want to, you know, if you get technical, the pores are circles, and so when you're putting the makeup in, you're kind of dabbing it all over into that circle like so, which is why usually you won't see someone with a beauty blender smearing like this. They pat and roll.
Pat and roll. What is raining? Anyways,
this is, I can seemingly squeeze most of the air out of this. It's not so easy with this. I'm actually like using,
look at that. Okay, I don't have muscles, but
it takes some to squeeze. Now it's soft. It's more soft than other makeup sponges that I've used, but it's not as soft as the Real Techniques sponge. I'm going to use this, especially when I'm using something under my eyes. I want it to be soft because I don't want to damage the skin under my eye. I like this little one. It says that it's a makeup eraser on the packages, but I don't use it to erase my makeup. With under eye concealers and really with any makeup that you're putting onto your face, you want to make sure that the edges are blended into your skin. You don't want any sharp edges or harsh lines in your skin. So I'm just gonna blend that out. And I love this stuff. It's called Bye Bye Under Eye. It's from It Cosmetics, and it really just kind of like makes you look like you're awake.
I'm usually not awake. I'm usually not awake because I have 3 kids.
I only use a very small amount, and I just kind of dab it, create what looks to be a triangle. I know that the trend right now is to have this heavy highlight under your eyes, and you know, many women are wearing a lot of like highlight around their brows and on their face, and just looks like super bright, and I'm not knocking it, but for me, I don't like for it to be too like,
you know what I mean? Like,
I want it there, but I like for it to look natural. So I'm gonna just go in and I connect the dots and I move the product kind of down and around my eye. And just make sure it's blended. Even go up and past this area here. And it moves really quickly. You can probably already see the difference from when I started the video to now.
I look awake.
The next thing that came out of my Ipsy bag, my December Ipsy bag, was this Professional Pro Balm to minimize the appearance of pores.
And I am so excited to use this.
I wish that I knew how to use the camera to get closer up so that you could see my pores. So I'm just gonna, I don't know how much to use. That's the thing. It doesn't give me directions. It just says Pro Balm to minimize the appearance of pores. I like to start out using a little bit of anything because you can put more on, but you can't take it off. So I'm gonna dab it around my face.
I don't know if I'm using this right.
If you've used it before, put it in the comments, because I'm just gonna get a little more. I'm not putting it on top of where I put the concealer under my eyes. I'm gonna put it around it. There is a smell to it, but I can't put my finger on what the smell is. I think the biggest place that you see the difference in this stuff is on, oh, for me, I see it on my forehead. It does minimize the look of pores. I wonder if it'll work on my nose. It does? It does. Look at that.
All right.
First impression. I really like it. I could see the older I get, I can see my pores, and I could see my pores when I started. I'm not going to say that they're not, it's not as though they're completely gone. There's this silky smooth feeling to this pore thing.
Professional. That's what it is. I gotta remember what it is.
It has significantly reduced the look of my pores. So I like it. It doesn't say it though if you're supposed to use it like before, after. I think, okay, I don't know. I'm just gonna guess that you would use this before you put on your like, what is that stuff called? Your primer, right? Because the primer goes on your face to give your makeup something to attach to. Would you put this on before the primer? I'm gonna look that up, but I like it because it definitely reduces the look of my pores.